Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 first look video. This is going to be for the DBBR 294, which is the Deluxe edition Loco for the Leipzig to Dresden route. However, from the 30th of September you'll be able to buy it separately. It's a very finicky train. I have actually had a run in it already and it was a fail. So yeah, it's very finicky and annoying to drive. So let's drive it. So let's get in. Right, it's like a big 363, but more finicky than the 363. So first off, let's get the systems on. So we've got CIFA and PZB. It's like a big shunter, but also it can run on the main line. And for this, we're going to be running on the main line. So we're currently at Riesa, and we're going to be able to hear, I think, Oschatz, something like that. Oschatz, yeah, that's where we're going to be heading. So we get the train set up. I think that button there, control stand unlock, reverse. Which yeah, the last run I did on this was going to be the first look, but it didn't seem to be working properly. So I'm hoping in this it works fine. Right, let's see what else we got. We got the lights and stuff. We're only going a little way back, so we'll put the ones on the front on. To white, air compressor on. Indirect brake cut off, so that's a normal, and that should be it. Yeah, I think that's it. I think. And look, there's no physical brake handle. It's bizarre, considering it's an old Loco, but I assume it's been modernised, etc. Like brake selection, train brake, Loco brake, and it's still done by this little handle here. Right, let's get the brakes off. If they want to release. There we go. And let's go. So we're just coupling up to these tankers here. But yeah, there's the 294. Again, it's not like a Voyager or an Alp 45. It's not as sort of cool as those trains, but it's still a cool addition. And again, this can run on the main line. It does shunting and mainline runs. Once we get to Oschatz, I'll take a look at what you get with the 294. That was a bit rough, but could be worse. Oh, that works. Probably should have put down that down before. But yeah, it's like lengthwise, it's more like the 204, but it's like the 363. It's like the DBR 363, but it's got this like added bit here. Like that looks very similar. If you sort of just look at it like that, you might think that's a DBBR 363, which actually is included with this route, but the Deutsche Bundesbahn 363, which is the blue version. Yeah, but it's got this added bit here. Yeah, it's a funny old, the V90s, I think they were known as, or are known as, they still operate. Right, forward, we need to set the gear to long distance, so that's currently on shunting. Release the brakes. No, well, we actually haven't got the signal yet. But we'll roll up slightly more forward. The signal is a way away yet. Right, let's roll forward. Okay, so nice sounding Loco there. Just very finicky. Very finicky. I said this is harder to drive than the 363. So we'll roll up a bit. We've got the green now anyway. Cool. Wonder would this be the Ebula screen? And thanks to Dovetail for giving us a key to show this off. Have we got PZB yet? Has that done it? Yeah, PZB release. I think we've done it. Oh, why did the brakes come on? The brakes have just randomly come on. It is a green signal. So it doesn't actually look green, but apparently it is. According to the HUD it is. I'll double check that actually. Procedure signals indicate. Well, I assume we can go through it. I mean, the HUD is saying we can. So we shall do that. My brakes are off already, that's good. Okay, let's go. Might have to do what, PZB override maybe? So I'm pretty certain that is actually a red signal, but on the HUD it's saying it's fine. So we'll go through. We maybe press that PZB override just in case. Again, this is sort of my second time driving this, as the original video I was going to do for the first look. I got it onto the main line after doing about half hour of shunting, not that interested. And then, yeah, the brakes just kept sort of randomly coming on. So I thought, well, I'll bin that off and do this one. Cool, right, let's get a little shot off the train, which I'm glad I have, because the other service I was doing wasn't really that interesting. It was shunting to begin with, it took ages. Whereas this, yeah, straight out onto the main line, much more interesting. So I get a nice photo of the train. Nice. Yeah, the brakes have like come on again. Why have the brakes come on again? Unless you have to hold it. This is what I was having before. The brakes just sort of randomly apply. Oh, hang on, actually there is one thing. Yeah, I should have remembered that. The handbrake is applied. Surprised actually that didn't already catch us out. But, right, come on, let's... But now the train's not doing anything. It's like, what are you doing? The brakes have just come on randomly. Like, that can't be right, can it? Why have the brakes randomly come on? I mean, PZB looks fine. Unless CIFA went off and you can't hear it. Potentially. I'm not sure if this loco's bugged. Yeah, the brakes are fully on and they're not coming off. Let's quickly... I don't think it is PZB. Let's change that to G, move G for goods. Let's try that again. Unless the train's bugged. Maybe. Train brake. It's very weird. Not too sure. Yeah, the brakes are like fully on, but for like no reason. It doesn't seem like there's a good reason why they come on. We maybe do that and do forward again. They're still stuck on that. Yeah, let's apply the brakes and try and release that way. No, that doesn't seem to like it too much. Just make sure we haven't done anything. Instrument lights. Right, let's do one of those physics restarts. Where is it? I'm stuck. Physics reset. That should then hopefully fix it. Right, let's click that again. Right, yeah, brakes are coming off. I don't know what it is. Let's try and run it without the safety systems and see if it does it. Like I told you, it was a finicky train. It is. Right, let's speed up. Unless it's the safety systems kicking in, but I'm pretty certain it's PZB 90. So it's the normal PZB, which we know how to operate. So we'll get it up again, and we'll see what it does. See, just full power at the moment as we go along. Hold power, so it's holding it in full power. Nothing unusual. And see if the brakes come on again. The safety systems are off as well, so let's see what it does. So far, so good. So unless it was the safety systems in some way buggering it. Okay, well we seem okay. Let's get the CIFA on. The CIFA's easy. I mean, PZB's fairly straightforward, but let's just see. And we'll yeah, put Cipher on, see how that gets on. Now, this PZB was disagreeing with it in some way, but that'd be odd if it was. Okay, well, we're getting a nice bit of speed on us. Let's get a little flyby shot. And I've got a feeling the Cipher, you can't hear it from the outside. So I'm just going to click Q lots of times. Yeah, the BR294, so the next video will either be in the 150 or in the Alp 45 DP. Still got to check that out. So there's still technically more first looks to come. And apparently there's also some sort of dispatcher scenario on Riviera Line, so we're definitely going to check that out, as I used to do dispatching in real life. So it'll be interesting to see how that is. Yeah, it's actually working fine now, so I don't know what was causing it before, unless the PZB's different on this locomotive, which just causes it to play up. Yeah, not entirely sure. Do comment below, why did we get the brakes coming on? Oh, hang on, no, it's just done it, look. Oh, unless it's Cipher. Maybe Cipher's silent. I didn't hear Cipher go off there, and I haven't heard it in a while. So maybe the Cipher doesn't potentially work at the moment. Oh, the brakes are coming off. It's like, why has it done that? Oh, hang on, no, that's not good. Oh, we don't want that. Hang on. Oh, you can't move that now, can we? I'm in the shunting gear now, which is not ideal. Well, I guess it's going to have to stay that way now, as yeah, you can't change it on the move, obviously, because we're moving. Okay, right, along we go. Again, this is the Deluxe Edition Loco for Bahnstrecke Leipzig Dresden, which is an amazing route. The original Riesa Dresden route, amazing. And now you've got even more. A handbrake has slipped and become applied. It will need releasing again. Oh. Well, I doubt that was why, but I guess what's been fixed. Interesting. I've also got to check out the other line here as well, the line via Friedrichstadt Yard. We're going to check that out as well at some point. So there's going to be a few sort of first look videos as we take a look at, well, for the first time, of different bits. So yeah, got the Out 45 DP, Class 150, and yeah, the line via Friedrichstadt Yard. So there's still plenty more videos to come of all the different new bits. I thought we get the 294 done. And yeah, then we'll move on to the American counterpart. Cool. The Out 45 DP. Oh, there. It's a bit slow though, isn't it? it's not the fastest. Well, actually, we are in the shunting gear, which we probably shouldn't be, but we have to come to a stop to then change it. So if we can get a bit of speed at this rate, that actually has the top speed on there. What's that, 80 kilometers an hour? I assume that's what that is. So it's not the fastest of trains, but then it's not meant to be the fastest of locos. This is like a big shunter which can go on the main line. But they're saying that the 363 can go on the main line as well for short runs. The door open as well. Get your windows. Got your manual wiper there. You can actually turn the wipers on. There's a little thingamajiggy here, which should work. Oh yeah, it's yeah, behind us. Turn that off. And yeah, as we've seen, this train does have random faults. Another one is the diesel engine can stall, which is a nightmare. Is PZB actually still on? Looks like the light's still on for it. Oh no, it is off. We'll keep it off for now. I'm usually quite good with PZB, but this train might have some sort of different style of it, so be on the safe side. Well, we're almost at 80, which I guess is the top speed of this little loco. Or quite big loco, actually. Or big for a shunter. Nice. Cool, let's get back in. Well, it's a red light, but are we meant to be coming along here? Maybe that's why it was stopping, because this is LZB, isn't it, along here? Yeah, that's a good point. This bit of track here is actually LZB. As in, the trains are meant to drive themselves. I mean, this train's not going to drive itself, but the ICET, I think the Talent too, the LZB takes over. So yeah, quite weird to see the red signal, but then it's actually green. Same coming out of Reeder Yard, it was red, but then it said we could go. Was that meant to be like that? Surely not. Well, we got about 5 kilometres to Oschatz, and then I think once we get there, we got to uncouple the bits and pieces. Lovely. As we head along, nice and straightforward. Although, yeah, again, it is a finicky train to drive. Very finicky. That's a nice ICET. That one's not finicky, that one's easy to drive. As we saw from the first look. Loved the ICET. Hopefully audio's coming out alright, and hopefully, well, the image looks good as well. This will be available in 4K, so if you have a 4K capable screen or whatever, do whack it up. 4 kilometres. Yeah, it's a big 363, this train. So I feel like the 363 was that the V60 or something like that. So this is literally like a big 363. I'm sure we'll have the Germans in the comments saying no. But you can see though, I mean, if you look at the sort of bodywork, if you sort of zoom in there, that's the 363, and you just zoom out, you get this like extension on the front. Quite cool. Although again, yeah, it's not like a star-studded Voyager or Out 45. So I don't think many people have been like, oh, the 294. You know, it hasn't been amazing to see the 294. But you know, still cool. Another German loco diesel, big shunter thingy. But I think a lot of people were expecting to see the ICE2 on this route, which that would have been really nice to see, as I think the ICE2s run along here in real life. That probably would have been slightly better for Deluxe Edition, instead of just a finicky shunter, can go on the main line, freight engine thing. Yeah, I think the ICE2 probably would have gone down better with the community. As I was saying with the German release, obviously you've got the extension from Reeder to Leipzig, which a lot of people were like, oh, well, it's nothing new. As in, it's not a whole new route. It's red again, but apparently, we got the Okay. Yeah, it's not a whole new route, and yet the sort of deluxe train is not that exciting. I mean, hopefully we do see the ICE2 on here at some point. That would be cool. Oh, about 1.5 kilometers. I think we're coming into here to the right, I think there's a loop for this station. So let's, oh. Not put the brake on. Not yet. Are we coming across here? Yes, we've still got a kilometre through here. This is Oschatz station. So the next one along from Riesa. Eventually, we'll do a stopping service in the Talent 2 along this route. That is long. Right, should just be holding the brake where it is. Why does it wanna? Is it part? I think it's past the station. Oh, there's the yard there. Right, so I think we're going into there. And we've got a 25km/h limit coming up, so it gets a bit slow. There's some sort of head shunt we're coming into. But yeah, the 294, what does everyone think of it? You a fan of it, or not really that interested? What do you think? Again, all the signals are red. Oh, actually no, hang on, tell a lie, this has got the shunt signal on it. But it was weird on the main line having the reds, it was like, what? Cool. Any points to set? No, that's all automatic. Good. You got a couple of tracks. Look at that. You got tracks up here. Wow. Are we going up there actually? Hang on. Where are we going to? Track 9. There you got some like up here. It's quite a gradient change there for these tracks. Very much so. Where are we going then? What are these ones here? They're A1, A3 and A5, which is sort of just up the hill. Let's have a look again. They are like well and truly up the hill. You got one all the way up here. Interesting. Funny layout. Cool. And also another cool thing about this station, I believe it has a narrow gauge railway, which is quite big. There's loads of narrow gauge railways around here. I mean, on the Dresden Chemnitz route, you've got one there. On this route, you've got another narrow gauge railway at Radebühl, I think it's Radebühl. Quite a few sort of like private railways. I don't know if they're like heritage lines. That should do. Let's head to reverse. Make sure we've got the signal. Yeah, we have. So brakes can come off if they want to come off. Hang on, there we go. That'll do. Right, so apply a bit of power. Get it pushed backwards. So we're going now then. Going into there. We can do that. What are we going to do after that though? Track 9 a couple, go there and then go back into there and stop there. Yeah, so you've got a little narrow gauge railway here, which we'll see in a second. There we go. A bit of brake. And there it is again, the star of the show. Oh, handbrake has slipped again. It's not a very good handbrake, is it? If it keeps slipping. What's been fixed? It's a funny fault. think I need to turn them down. They happen too often. Yeah, there's the narrow gauge railway over here. Or it looks to be a narrow gauge railway. Or is it? What is it? Narrow gauge? Yeah, no, yeah, this one is here. That little narrow gauge. I want that in the game. Seems cool. Seen so much of these little narrow gauge tracks around here. Are they like preserved railways or heritage railways? We probably want to quickly check the R train out before we hit the buffers or whatever. Yeah, they seem like little heritage railways or something. Pretty cool though. That will do, won't it? That will do. Yeah, it's happy with that. I'm happy with that then. Right, I'll couple 3 of them. This one, I guess. Yeah, that's it. And then going forward, back to the same old track again. Get the brakes off. Hang on, do that. There we go. And they should then come off. But yeah, it's finicky to drive this one because you literally don't have any proper brake handle, which is like weird. Where is it? meters. And again, when we did have the PZB on, I'm not sure why it was braking us at like a certain speed, unless it's a different style of PZB on this one to the norm. Oops, I slowed it down a bit. It was being tricky. Lovely. Nice horn on it, I guess. Not too bad. Right, back to this little shunt here. So this line here, yeah, you'd have the talons coming along, stopping at, well, that station just there, Oschatz. Oh, here comes an ICET. Whizzing along at probably 200 kilometers an hour. Really, really cool route. I'm looking forward to getting the layers on here. As I'm on console, we don't get the layers until the 30th, which is like, really? Whereas on PC, straight away. But console, you got to wait a week. Well, not a week, 5 days. It's like, what's that all about? Right, let's get the brakes on. That'll do, won't it? We're well and truly within the bit here. Be happy with that. It's happy with that. Good. Right, and back we go. Yeah, this Loco isn't for the faint-hearted. But no, looking forward to checking out the Out 45 DP. I think that's going to be a cool one to look at, as that's the diesel and electric New Jersey Transit one. And I'll also look at the 150 and also the dispatcher scenario, which I saw, I think it was Megasim doing, and I was like, I didn't know about it, and I saw it and I was like, wow, I want to try that out. Shout out to Megasim there, another cool ambassador who's making a return. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you can dispatch trains at Plymouth. So it's quite a cool scenario. No manual points here. Actually, no, there's a few. No, there's a couple actually, but not on our bit. That's like the most annoying thing though, when you go into a yard and you've gone so far down, and then like you're on the track next door, and it's like, manual points. But quite a lot of the German yards are mostly automated, whereas UK freight yards are mostly manual. So I think it's Hagen or Hagen Freight Yard, or like Rissilk Nord and Rheinroth Austin. All of that's all automated. That's a massive yard. Why can't we just leave all of these over there with those ones? Why do we have to come into this track? That will do. We'll plonk them here. Yeah, just leave them here. That will do. He's happy with it, so I'm happy with it. Right, there we go. Right, and then plonk ourselves just ahead. And yeah, we'll quickly come out to the menu after, and I'll just show you what you get with the 294. Oh, hang on, apply the brake a bit. Getting ahead of ourselves. A little bit further on, and let's bring that to a stop. We did it, we made it. I bet it want us to be right on the marker. It's not going to accept it here, is it? We'll stop here, it's only 30 metres. That'll do, won't it? Just stop here. Oh, that wants us to go forward. Damn it. Right, okay. Forward we go. 12 metres. We're in the bush as well. Right, happy here? Slam the brakes on. There you go, the 294 in all of its glory. Is that it? There we go. Cool, right, let's quickly come to the timetables and you can see what the 294 does. See, it's at the chemical plant there. It does a fair bit and does get out all across the route. Here we go, so this is what the 294 does. So you can sort of see it's got a fair, I mean it's not loads of services, but that's probably realistic. So you've even got a full run there. Yeah, you got a fair bit, and then scenario wise, I think there was 4 scenarios for it. No, 3 scenarios for it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 scenarios for it there. And also in journey mode, you get a chapter for it. Yeah, this one, the V90, 2 of them on there. Well, there you go, that is it. That's my 294 first look. Hopefully everybody's enjoyed it. Links, usual places, Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as our affiliate link for UK departure boards, a new one as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.